Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the Colonel.
Thank you. Everybody, please take your seats. Thank you. All right. That's a good idea. That was your idea.
That was my idea, yes.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're honoring me, your father.
Yeah.
You're honoring me.
Yes.
Is that what you're doing? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, all right. So we're continuing to cook today. We're going to do, as you can see in the title, we're going to do crockpot cooked boiled peanuts. All right. So technically they will never be boiled, but they're going to just be slow cooked and also in the crock pot. So super easy. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. So this is the peanuts that we bought from the farmer's market the other day. And one thing I want to see, you see in there. So I got put them in here. It's about 2 quarts, about 2 pounds, maybe 2 quarts. But you'll see it's not real precise. We're going to get them in the pot, cover them with water, get some salt in there, and some other spices and cook them. So they're going to be real tasty. Boiled peanuts, like fried green tomatoes. Boy, that's about as southern as it comes.
Southern, yes.
So. You remember the first time you had boiled peanuts?
I don't. I just remember them being good.
Just remember them being good. I remember when I first tried them, I couldn't stand them because they're different consistency. So people asked about that, go, what the heck is boiled peanuts? So it's not like your dry roasted peanut. So what you need green or raw peanuts. And basically these are peanuts that have been taken up right out of the ground, got the dirt hosed off of them, put in a bag. That's about it. All right, so these have not been dried, and they have certainly not been roasted. Roasted peanuts, don't buy a can of who makes the peanuts? Planters. Don't buy a can of Planters and try this because it's going to be nasty. All right, so don't do that. All right, so where do you find them? I heard some people ask about that. Where in the world do you find green or raw peanuts? Good question. About this time of the year here in the South, they start showing up at farmers markets and things like that, and they'll be showing up all the way into the fall. Or you can order them on, I think, nuts.com. Although, fun fact, the peanut is not actually a nut; it's a legume. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yes.
Yeah. So, how do they taste? When I first tried them, they were really they're mushy. Some people like them al dente. For you Italian folks out there, al dente, right? With a little bit of texture to them. I myself like them boiled. Thoroughly, and I like them soft, and they come across real soft. So which one do you prefer, Ben?
They're both good.
They're both good. That's a political answer. Are you running for office? Yeah. Are you taking both sides of the issue? So that
I can neither confirm nor deny at this time.
So you take both sides of an issue, you'll never be wrong, right?
Stay tuned in 16 years.
Oh my, I'd vote for you.
Yeah, I'd vote for me too.
Would you? What are you going to run for?
President.
Oh my. 16 years?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay,
36.
yes it would be. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Be the youngest.
You're going to be 35.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so probably about 2 pounds of peanuts or 2 quarts. That's what we're going to go. And you just want to, I got them in a colander here. You just want to rinse them off. Rinse them off real good. Make sure you get all the dirt off of them. See underneath there, stuff's starting to come off. You just want to rinse them off really good. So
you've eaten dirt before.
I did. You know, when I was a kid, my mom said that I ate dirt, and she was pretty upset about it and concerned about it. And she said she talked with a doctor, and the doctor said that it's just your body craving certain minerals. I was like, well, there you go.
Why didn't you just eat a vitamin?
Well, as a kid, I didn't know any better. I do remember a funny story. My mom, did I tell this story already?
I don't know
if you heard it.
I don't know which one.
Oh, yeah. So it's, we were eating a liver one time, and
I think you've told this one.
Did I tell this one already?
You already told this one.
Okay, never mind. So, anyway, okay. So washing them off really good. Okay, we'll put them back in the pot so I don't mess up your mom's kitchen. So I'm picking, big stems out of here. And speaking of some frugal things, so these are raw. So another experiment I'm trying, I actually took one of these and I opened it up, and the peanut inside, it's It's not dried, but I mean, like I said, it's right out of the ground. But I put it on a plate and put like a wet paper towel over the top of it, and I'm keeping that paper towel wet, trying to sprout it. So I got it sitting in there in the sun. I'll let you know how that experiment turns out, because if I can get those to grow, I want to plant some peanuts. You know what else peanuts do?
Good for the soil.
They are good for the soil because they
nitrogen.
fix nitrogen, right? They pull nitrogen out of the air into the plant and they fix it into the soil, right? And it fixes that nitrogen in the soil so that other plants, when you plant the next year, there's nitrogen already in the soil. You don't need to put fertilizer down there. So it's a natural way to fertilize the soil to make the soil more healthy. So a buddy of mine's daddy grows tobacco, and tobacco's tough on soil. So what he'll do is one year he'll plant tobacco in a place, and then the next year he'll plant peanuts. And he alternates on those fields year by year. That was George Washington Carver, right? He was a big peanut guy, right?
Yes.
So, okay, so I got my peanuts all washed off. I'm gonna bring them over here. Got my big crock pot here. I already turned it on, and I put it on high right now just because I want to try to get it heated up going. But this is gonna be a slow process, and it's already in the afternoon here, so we'll cook them low all night, so we'll find out tomorrow how they turn out, because you can leave them on low, all that. So I've got about half a cup of salt, of kosher salt. Lots, man. Some of you are probably going, holy smoke, that's a lot of salt. Yes, it is. You're gonna get that all in there because you want it salty.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the South.
Well, you want it salty because that's the brine. That's where all the good flavor comes from. So I normally stop there and I just do it with salt myself, but Benjamin and I want to try something different here, so you're going to get to experiment with this too. So I've just got some Cajun seasoning. I'm going to put a tablespoon in here, just a heaping, non-precise tablespoon, and then I'm going to pour. I've got water here. I've got 2 quarts of water in this bowl. We'll see how much that works. So I'm just pouring it right on there. But you want the peanuts covered. Now, you can boil them. Okay, so now they're floating in there, so that's going to be enough. So that was about that was 2 quarts of water. So I had 4 quarts in the bowl here. So that's about 2 quarts of water, and I'm going to just put it on low, and I'm going to cook them, and then I'm going to cook them all night. I'm going to forget about them. The big things, a couple of things you want to make sure that you do is make sure keep water on them. So when they start simmering and bubbling, and the water starts kind of cooking off of them, you want to make sure that you keep the water. You don't want to let them get dry, so just keep water in there and all, and then mix it up, and we'll check tomorrow morning and see how they taste. But the consistency, they'll be soft. I like them soft, so I'm going to slow cook them all night, and they'll be good. Once they're done, we'll try them tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow late morning. What time do you normally get up? About noon?
That's too early.
All right, so we'll check back tomorrow and try our Cajun spiced boiled peanuts in the crock pot. We'll see how those turn out. All right. Any questions, Benjamin?
No.
Any questions? No. All right. All right. So we'll see you magically through the magic of time travel now. Mm-hmm. When you see me again, it'll be tomorrow. Ready? And go. All right. So it's the next day now. We put these on at 5 o'clock on yesterday, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's now 1:30. Never took it above low with the temperature, so this cooked low. I had to reset it because it's only got a 10-hour timer on it. But I checked the peanuts last night. Well, let's take a look at them here. So you see, you got to make sure you keep the water in them. But it brined up real nice, and I'm going to take some out so they can cool down, because I think I'm learning my lesson about eating them when they're too hot. So I tried one last night after about 5 hours or so, and it was fine. So if you can't wait, you can probably about 5 to 6 hours on low like that. You can probably go ahead and eat it. But You can also leave it on low and just let it keep going, and they're good. It's got tried some earlier. They got a hint of the Cajun spice in it, so Cajun spice is good. I used a tablespoon with this recipe. You could go with a couple tablespoons if you wanted a little spicier. Hot pepper if you want to jazz it up a little bit, make it spicy. Old Bay seasoning would be good as well to put in there. So with this particular recipe, if you want more of the taste, a couple of tablespoons of the flavor in there would be good. The salt was right. It is a little it is a little saltier. So if you're sensitive to salt or whatever, you might want to take a hard look, maybe find an alternate flavoring, whatever. But salt's what they use here in the South. But you see, the peanut itself, it's nice. It softens up. It's probably like a pinto bean, a cooked pinto bean. Is kind of what the consistency is. Again, if you like them, you could pull them off a little sooner. If you like them a little more al dente, if you want a little bit more of a snap to it. But again, it's probably like a pinto bean. But the saltiness is spot on. So this is just like these are southern boiled peanuts. You want to try one, Ben? Or you tried one earlier?
Yeah.
What'd you think? You
They were good. Yeah.
So again, recipe down below, super easy in a crock pot. Put them in, put the water in, salt, any flavorings you want, or just do with salt. And 10 hours later or however long, you can leave it on the crock pot if you want it hot. This would be a great, I think at a party or something, or take them out or leave them in the pot during watching the game or taking some out as you want. You could also take them out. You can save some of the brine in it, put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. It'll keep a lot longer for a couple of months. You want to, when you're done, you take the heat off. You do want to put them in the refrigerator, and they'll last probably about 2 weeks in the refrigerator. But don't leave them out room temperature for very long, more than a day or so. But these will probably be gone. Well, how long do you think? Imagine.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, they'll be gone pretty fast. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is Southern Boiled Peanuts. This is Colonel signing off. See you later.